So, I mean, you have your roots in Murshidabad. Can you please tell us something about the family coming to Shillong? And
See, exactly, there is no record how Amjad Ali's father, that is like, 5 generations back, he landed up in Shillong, but probably they came from with the Britishers and then they settled over here. And Amjad Ali was born over here. He studied in the government school, and by 1888, he had already written poems in Khasi. And then by whatever record we have, I'm just stating from that. In 1905, he became the Ward Commissioner of Laban, and he was the Ward Commissioner till 1924-25. And in between that, he had done a lot of development work. And as far as his poems are concerned, his Kam Unto Dikhot one. More or less, what we learned that he did a lot of philanthropy work. And he was also the advisor with the Khasi King, Sima Millim, that one, photograph is there. And there are a lot of correspondent letters we found there between the Sima Millim. So because he was the Ward Commissioner, so he was the liaison between the Sima Millim and then Commissioner, of Meghalaya of those days. So I don't know how the hierarchy works in the British era time. Then in 1911, he was awarded the Khan Sahib title by the Viceroy Governor General of India. Then I can't recall the name. And by 1924, he did receive the Khan Bahadur title. But unfortunately, he on 1924-26, okay, I'm not very sure. So he expired in 1926. So he couldn't receive the award. So after that, my grandfather, continued. But of course, my grandfather didn't continue with that kind of work. He was working in the AG office. In those days where AG office was. And then my father also was there, and then we are the 5th generation over here. And then my children, my daughter is my brother's son. They are the 6th generation.
Can you explain?
This photograph we had found in a house, which we had later on, superimposed it again and this thing. So what we understand is like I told you before, he was the advisor of the Khasi King. Okay, so this is the Khasi King. This was taken in 1924. This photograph. So these are the mantris over here, and all the mantris and the king. And he was maybe the photograph there was a group gathering. But of course, this is not our house; it's somewhere else. So we had given a blown up photograph to the CM of Millim a couple of years back when my mother was alive, in 2014 or something like that. And this is called Sanad. This one was given by the Viceroy and Governor General of India in 1911 to Amjad Ali, and this is Khan Bahadur title certificate. Khan Sahib, Khan Sahib title, and this was a distinction given in those days to as Rai Bahadur or Rai Sahib. Same thing as the Muslims, they got it as Khan Bahadur and Khan Sahib. So this was given in 1911. This certificate was inside. We found it in 2011. So after 100 years, it was framed.
So this is the photo.
Yes, this is him.
This is your photo.
This is my grandfather, his son. Then this is my father. You met the Ahmed family. Their great grandfather was the founding president, and Amjad Ali was the founding secretary of Shillong Muslim Union. Of course, they from there it was carried forward, and that's it. Like most of the things which he had done, that legacy was carried out. In his lifetime only, the Amjad Ali Road was named after him. See, what certain documents we had found, and we saw that he was the person who started Laban dispensary. Okay, Laban dispensary. Then There's a water reserve in Lumparing side, which was again renovated recently and renovated. And this road, which was this Howell Road, connecting to last stop, because we have seen documents, corresponding documents, the total cost of building the road. It was, I think, 3,000 rupees, and what allotment was given by the commissioner.
So this was during his
tenure as a ward commissioner. It's more than is 150 years old now. But of course, the original structure, there are 2 rooms, but we have renovated. We had to renovate over the years, but we're trying to maintain this Assam type houses and all. It is not that people are not aware. In Nehu, his poems are still used. There are a lot of students who have come over the years. They have done their PhD on him, on his poems. So they are, see, those who are in the literary society or those who are in the education line, they do know. They are aware of his work in his poems, what he had written. It is not that. A lot of people, they have published a lot of small books and translation they have done, and republished his book also, his poems. So in that field, people are aware. Okay.
You did mention about the reading habit. That people nowadays they do not read books, but then everything is becoming digital. They're more into e-books or mobile. So is there any plan to digitize his works?
See, as far as planning of digitizing his work, there was an approach by someone. I can't recall the name. So they said they will be doing it. Okay. As far as digitizing is concerned, today, if we really want, I'll prefer someone who are there in the field, who can really put up suppose a history of Meghalaya. As far as our thing, we before we did have the intention to open up a small museum sort of thing. But when we open that, I don't think so anyone will come unless we donate to the state government to. Some initiative is there, we can, the state museum is there, where we can put it up. But how many things we'll put up?
Have you personally read his poems?
Yes, I have read, but I'm because it is in Khasi. I can speak Khasi, I can understand, but reading and writing it's not something which we have learned. So, and the language is so fine and so good. Even you see the letters and all, no? They have written. You see the English language, not a flaw, no flaw is there. There's no slang is out of question. But it's very meticulously written. And his poems also, like what I've been told by others who has read his poems, it was very nicely. There are no mistakes over there. There's flawlessly it was written. See, I'll be very frank, okay? It's nothing, we have got nothing to do with politics or what the state affairs is. We ourselves, our family, we have got cousins, we have got, my mother's family and all. We actually never face any problems. So I cannot say that something pains me this or something pains me, we never face problems. Our neighbors, our people over the generations, they're all the people who are here, okay? They've always been very supportive with us. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to run a school for 50 years, right? So as far as, we have to understand something. There are problems. There are genuine problems. Over there, I don't know, I've never been that side, but what we see in the newspapers or social media, I feel there are genuine problems are there, okay? There are genuine problems, and whatever, the law states, you have to follow that. Today, if I'm in Shillong, today I'm a part of, we have got a strong foundation over here. I'm a part of the society. I'm a part of this, leave religion aside, okay? As a society, we have to function as a society, right? So, whatever laws are laid out today, see, over the years, the government of India, okay, they have changed laws, they have changed rules. Today, before you want to take a broadband connection, okay, you just go call up, they'll come and install. Today, without OTP, you can't even recharge. So those rules have been made, right? Why? Maybe to safeguard a lot of things. And if you see from other point of view, like I feel that earlier the system was much better. Those rules were much better. We don't for anything. Nowadays, without Aadhaar, without this thing, these are rules. So if a state government or the local bodies, they make a rule, follow it. What's the problem?